man. I do what I do.
Another night, it made a weak party look weaker. To me, it just shows you how cowardly the Democratic Party is.
Yep.
But I'm sick of is because even when they were in years with Biden about any of this, the Democrats are just cowards.
I completely agree. Democrats are cowards. I completely agree.
All the things that Trump is currently doing, we see, wow, presidents really do have power if they have the political will and courage to use it. I want to see a Democrat do that. Why can't a Democrat move like that for the good things?
Yes, I agree.
I absolutely agree with you. Don't you?
I absolutely agree. You understand what I'm saying? Even Al Green knows that these people are crazy. You see what I'm saying? I mean, just think about it.
Admire the fact that he is willing to do whatever he wants to do. He keeps saying,
black men are the reason. Y'all hear that? He's saying black men are the reasons that Trump won. Black people in general, but he said black men first. Shout out to 21%.
General voted for Trump. And that hurt us. Didn't vote as they should have. We made promises. We said, give us the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and we'll pass. Well, we had the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And we didn't do. That's your point. That's your point.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't mess up what I got going on over here. But either way, so we know they're crazy. So how are you Democrats? Even the Democrat leadership is telling you we crazy. How are you still supporting these people? How are you black Christians supporting the Labiquita community? Well, I'm a black Christian there. How are you supporting the Labiquita community and call yourself a Christian? And look, if you part of the Labiquita community, that's what you do. Okay? But I'm talking to the black Christians right now. You both a Christian and you support the Labiquita community and the policies pushed, the Labiquita policies pushed by the Democrats. You need to think about that. But let's get back to the matter at hand. Okay? Democrats. Where these American boots on the ground gonna come from? Huh? You gonna send our sons and daughters to go fight for it? Why don't you go do it yourself? All you leadership, all you congressmen and senators, stop hiding behind other people's sons and daughters. Stop pretending to be a warrior for democracy while you sitting there in your air-conditioned DC office. Stop spending our tax dollars on a country that refuses to negotiate and refuses to compromise and refuses to recognize its own reality. And all you members of the so-called Black Caucus, how do you call yourself a member of the Black Caucus or the Minority Caucus, and you are supporting a country that's filled up with Yahtzees? How do you call yourself a member of the Black Caucus or the Minority Caucus, and you are supporting a country that's filled up with Yahtzees? If you love Ukraine so much, get your blicky, book a one-way ticket, and go hang out on the front line. Go fight for them. Go die for them. But don't you dare send our American troops and our American dollars or our American resources to fight for a war for you to profit. America first means no more stupid wars. And Donald Trump is putting America first. And whether you like the man or not, he's making it clear that we are not the world's police force, and we are not Europe's piggy bank, and we are not going to be Ukraine's endless ATM machine. And most of all, we're not going to let a bunch of unhinged, bitter, Trump-hating politicians push us into World War III just because they want to try to own Trump. America is done bleeding for other people's wars. The Democrats can go cry a river. They can cry all they want, but the era of the blank check and the endless wars are over. Look at here. For a century, America has been dragged into wars that were never our fights to fight. Wars started by weak nations. I said it, weak nations that couldn't defend themselves. Wars where American sons had to die on because foreign leaders hid behind their own military might. World War I, from 1617 to 1618, Europe tore itself apart again. And America sent over 116,000 soldiers just to die like dogs in trenches for a war that resolved nothing and set the stage for even a worse conflict. Because turn right back around, World War II from 1941 to 1945, Europe and Asia fell to fascism. And once again, over 400,000 Americans paid with their lives, buried over there in Europe. in foreign soil. Their parents never seen them again. They sent our boys over there to clean up that mess. And here we go again, 1950 to 1953, back to back. The U.S. fought and lost 36,000 soldiers defending a country that still relies on the U.S. today. While South Korea built its economy off American protection, all to do what? To try to stop communism from Russia from pushing communism to hell no. Vietnam, 1955 to 1975, 20 years, a useless, unwinnable war where 58,000 American men died fighting for a corrupt government that collapsed the moment we left. Look at 1991. Kuwait got invaded. Instead of handling its own business, they called 911, called George H.W. Bush, and we had to send troops over there to push Saddam Hussein out. The whole Middle East is over there, right? They sat back and watched. America, who most of them folk over there hate, had to come over there and push Saddam Hussein back. Think about that. What about Afghanistan? 2021 just ended. 240,000 Americans lost their lives. And what about all the people maimed? Because see, this is a different time period. We have great medical technology now, but you got a lot of young men who are missing body parts, who can't function, who are living under the bridge, who are mentally disturbed because they had to deal with that 20-year war. Fighting a foreign land. Even well after our objectives were met already. And let's not talk about Iraq from 2003 to 2011, a $1 trillion disaster that killed over 4,500 Americans and left the Middle East worse than before. Now, what if we had a president like Donald Trump at the time, as opposed to a president like George W. Bush, who was playing the same old game? Because both of these parties have at one time or another been warmongers. I don't let any of them off the hook. It's just the Democrats are on fire with the warmongering right now. And that's why they're pushing this Ukrainian war. Look, fam, this war in Ukraine has nothing to do with us. We got a president right now that says we're not going to send you any more billions of dollars. We got American cities falling apart. You know what you need to do? You need to spend $100 billion getting rid of them rats in New York. That's what you need to do. Get rid of them rats in New York. America will spend $100 billion to get rid of them rats in New York. That's what we want you to spend. $1 million a rat. And some big rats. And rats are the size of poodles in New York. Spend that. We would like, you know what? It's a big price, but we're willing to pay it. We get our first city back, get rid of them rats in New York. That's what you do with our money. Instead of sending it over to Ukraine so these people can buy yachts. Clean up the streets of Philadelphia. Philadelphia, you got more crackheads and heroin addicts and drug addicts leaned over like that on the streets. Spend $1 billion on that instead of sending bombs and guns to Ukraine. Because, see, we don't get nothing in return right now, nothing. And let me tell you something I want y'all to think about. How many countries in the world send their troops to America to die fighting for our freedom? None. I got a better one for you. Do y'all know any other country who forces their taxpayers to fund wars for America? Their taxpayers lined up to pay their taxes and then they send us a check. There ain't no European, Asian, or Middle Eastern troops fighting to defend our borders, to protect our cities, or secure our homeland. We're the only ones who are alone in this madness. And I'm going to tell you like now, we're done. We are done. The American taxpayer is done funding Europe's security. We're done sacrificing our soldiers for ungrateful nations that refuse to defend themselves. We are done letting corrupt politicians send billions of dollars of our hard-earned dollars overseas while our country is falling apart. Not one more dollar, not one more soldier, not one more sailor, not one more Marine, not one more cadet, not one more airman, not one more war. Let them fight their own battles. Let them defend their own border. Let them spill their own blood fighting for their own freedom, because America's sons and daughters will not, I repeat, will not die for foreign cowards anymore. This is Uncle D, and as I always say, America first, and I'm out.
Or Dominican man.
Like black men, like other cultures. This is the happiest people I ever met. And the nicest.
If you tell the truth, you're gonna run
the most beautiful
If you tell the truth, you lose your job. If you tell the truth, people think you're a bad guy.
We winning, we winning. We foundation inventors over here. Black men been building and contending over here. Gender wars have started, lot of sinning over here. Trying to get it together, no pretending over here. God's plan is real, they attacking the original. How you want protection in your section, hypocritical. How you want a real man thinking so cynical. Number one, in hospital deaths talking clinical. Depression turn 50, die alone, it's preventable. You can't even wear your own hair using chemicals. You won't even listen to your man, not identical. You having them Drake babies, we not feeling you. Time is running out, you can't hide, we revealing you. Ain't nobody ever told the lies that we see in you. Divest, vanilla up your pie, still invisible. That's why we fly to friendly skies, and here's the proof. Yeah, baby, we winning over here. No drama, no mamas, yeah, we winning over here. Options, we got options, we winning over here. One take a L when we winning over here. This when it feels like we winning over here. Celebrate, they hate while we winning over here. Smell that, that's confidence, we winning over here. Passport, no doubt, cause we winning over here. We winning over here.
Man. Can't wait to get back to Thailand, man. Got on my Bangkok shirt, man. I'll be back out there. Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm just peace, relaxation.
You had enough
bro.
of the Matrix?
Oh man, I already had enough. When I got back almost 2 months ago.
Different. What I tell you, when you come back, everything
oh
look
yeah,
different.
We winning over here. Jump the blizzard jumps. Jump the blizzard, yeah, the blizzard jumps. Jump the blizzard, yeah, the blizzard jumps. Jump the blizzard, cause the blizzard jumps.